All right, we are in the shop today modifying these really big light bulbs. They're all the rage. Always recommend getting them in white so we can backlit them any color we want. So we're gonna be modifying both of these guys. Here's all of our items we need for the day. So each light will require one bulb, one extension cord, one little fitting socket adapter, and 2 screws. We will be using a little powered screw to screw those guys in, and a little small screw to remove the switch to feed the cord through. So yeah, let's get her going. I'm gonna unscrew these guys and come back here in a second. So if you're not familiar with these just unscrew by hand. They are pretty tough. I just squeeze this between my legs and then screw it off. They take 3D batteries in the bottom. And there's a little switch right here that you push in. That will turn the LED on. And it's got little 6 LEDs in there that we're not gonna be using. So again, we're gonna be using actual smart bulb, a base, and 120 volt extension cord here. So the plan here is to put this base like this. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna unscrew this switch. There's a couple wires and 2 little screws down there. Whoa, that didn't work out. Awesome, there we go. Couple screws right there. We'll go ahead and feed the wire through this, up in here, terminate it, mount that bulb, and then screw it back on. Should be literally a 3-minute process. Okay, we popped out the switch. It's literally just hanging out in there. I don't think you can see it, but I don't really care. It's down there somewhere. Jam the extension cord through it. And then we'll hook this up to the base. The base will go like this. Again, I'm just leaving all these parts on here in case for some reason I change my mind in the future. I probably won't, but we'll screw these guys down there. As you can see, it misses the LED. If I move it down a little bit, move it out of the way, LED is still there. And the wires will come up and in here and get terminated to that base. Back in a minute. All right, I'm getting ready to wire this up, again, pretty quickly. If you're in the United States, come on, focus, baby. We have extension cords that are like this, or we also have ones that don't have that. But that wide tab, if you see that there, it's wider than this side. That wide tab is the neutral side. If you're familiar with how AC works, you got a line and you have a neutral. So if you can see, this side of the extension cord has like a ridge, and that side's smooth. So the neutral side has the ridge. So we want to make sure on that end over there, same thing, we want to put the neutral to the correct side, which I am pretty sure is always the silver. So neutral will be silver, and then the line voltage will be gold. And that's how we'll wire it up here in a second. So I'm going to take a couple drywall screws, because they're used for everything, and mount that thing down there like that, and then bring the wires here, mount it on there, and then screw this back in. Okay, we got our wires stripped. That's our smooth guy. Come on, baby. Right there. And that's our line 1 for the neutral. And then we got our 2 self-tappers in there. That thing is super strong, not going anywhere. So I'm going to wire these up under the screws and then put the base on next. All right, slight change of plans. I didn't like how the wire twisted around and was kind of flimsy in there, so I put these little spade connectors on. That's what we're gonna roll with here. So there's my smooth side. There's my, so you can see, rib side. And that's my neutral. Now I'll screw them right under those posts. Okay, got those in there. And then put the little cover on, and then the bulb screws right in there. I've never done this before, so we'll plug it in and see how it looks. insanely bright. Let me put the cover on right back. Okay. I don't know how bright it is with batteries, but I'm positive this is brighter than batteries. I'll put this into a RGB test mode here and then come back, but yep. Super, super nice, super bright. I was a little worried how bright the bottom would be because that bulb sticks up a few inches there, but it is really nice. So a couple ideas. You know, we got 120 volts in here. You could take 120 in and you could take 120 out. So you'd have a male plug going in and a female plug coming out. So you could literally daisy chain these things back and forth if you wanted to. Because, you know, 120 has typically no voltage sag for the distances we're doing. Where these are going for me, they both have their own separate outlets, so that's not necessary. I will be building this one here at the end of this video. I'm gonna put the camera up and just let it roll so you can see actually how long it takes, but it's pretty straightforward. If you want it even faster, you wouldn't even unscrew that. You would just drill a new hole, but there's already a hole there, so I'll just reuse that thing by spending 30 seconds to unscrew it. And yeah, super cool. So I have no way to use one phone and change colors in Home Assistant with this thing, but this is a purple. It looks actually better in person than it does through this. Not too sure why. So yeah, super happy with it. It's on Wi-Fi, obviously, since we only got one wire right there. And yeah, I'll do a full speed video of building the second one.